Oh wow. Oh, oh man. Woo. Hey, Lex, how you doing?
I'm good. Why'd they do that to Shador?
What are you talking about? What happened now? What didn't happen? Oh,
So
we are starting
Jeff,
out on fire. What's going
so
on?
Jeff,
What?
so Jeff Earl is Earl Earlich. Is that how you say his name? The defensive coordinator for
Oh,
the
about his son going in his iPad and getting his number and prank calling him during the
draft.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. I think we talked about that last week. But have you got some updated information on this?
I know that they fined him. They fined the Falcons 250,000, and they fined him 100,000.
Oh wow, you got to be
He better
kidding
be
me.
lucky he ain't fired. I beat that little nigga ass.
Oh wow, that's terrible.
Cause that was
Right
some
now, uh,
hater racist move, because you know that they be talking mess about Shador, but the funny part about it is you talking mess about Shador, and you're the same thing, a a
a
privileged
nepo baby,
entitled,
a
right,
nepo baby.
a
Yeah.
nepo baby.
But his stupid ass was caught on camera doing the prank.
He filmed it, and
Yeah,
then
and
you was
put and it sat next to it. You know this because this world we in is such a disconnect with reality.
right,
You
and
know,
then you were
and
ex,
every
and then
you
you an extra sucker because you didn't even have the balls to prank call him yourself. You had to have your homie do it.
oh we got 5 seconds left. 117, 117. He goes up for the three. Oh! 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 Tyrese Halliburton just. Oh! Wow! Wow! Wow!
So did they win it?
Oh! Tyrese Halliburton just pulled up with and hit the game-winning shot. It left 1.1 seconds left in the game. They was down 117 to 119. It was 10. It was less than 10 seconds on the clock. Tyrese Halliburton of the Indiana Pacers snatches the missed rebound, takes 2 dribbles back, gets his composure, crosses over, gets up, step back, lines up, fires it down the middle, straight bucket. Reacts talking about he has big balls. You know what I'm saying? They go up 120, 119 with 1.1 second left in the game. No timeouts by Cleveland. Cleveland passes the ball and can't get a shot off. Game over. Tyrese and the Indiana Pacers go up 2-0 in a series. Wow. That was a live reaction, unexpected. Go ahead, Tyrese Halliburton. You didn't do what I needed you to do. I needed you to get some assists today, but that was you didn't get them. But yeah.
Mm.
So now, so they find okay, and as we start the Warriors, and the Warriors of Minnesota game is going on right now. It's 2-4, 4-4 Warriors with 10 minutes left in the first quarter. I mean, so now, but with all that, yeah, they know he was out of pocket for that shit. That man was hella. That young boy was hella stupid, and so they fined Jeff Ulbrich $20,000
No, 100,000.
for Ulbrich 100,000.
And his son, and then the team, the Falcons, got um have to pay 250,000.
The Falcons got paid 250,000. Oh, quarter million and 100,000. And with the son is gonna see the son gets off scot free. What lesson does he learn?
Nothing, cause he ain't got $100,000 to pay nobody.
You got your daddy in trouble.
He
You
got his
got your
daddy in
dad in
trouble.
trouble.
He You surprised. You better be glad your daddy didn't get fired because they were talking about they should have fired him, but the NFL, the good old boys club, they decided to stand by their man.
Yeah, but unless Jeff Albrecht's son is the culprit behind the other guys that was prank called too, because
Oh,
it
that's
was
I saw that they had to that they're doing some other investigations because some other people got prank called.
yeah quite a few, like about four other players.
It sounds like some hate, like I said, some haterness is going on. You play football, but you will never ever be looked at as a possibility to go to the NFL or what's them other leagues? The NFL,
The
the
G League, the
yeah, the
FIFA,
G League, nothing.
European League, the Russian
Nothing.
League. I mean,
Exactly. Nobody's gonna look at you because you terrible. You go to them little. You barely could get into school. Um, on
so
your grades,
what are they?
school.
What is going on here? See, I can't. Oh, good. Okay, Brzezinski with the ball. Yeah, I need the Warriors to come out and get a victory here to go up 1-0. Minnesota got a nice blue court. Jimmy Butler with a three. Yeah.
But yeah, you're at one of those barely can get into schools, and you definitely not
Mm-mm.
there on no football scholarship. You probably just doing that because your daddy likes it.
Uh, uh, oh. That man Ant. All right. Ant Man is a dangerous man. But yeah, though. Should be crazy. This
Yeah, but I was. You said
people do. Um, damn. So what you know about the air traffic control situation that's going on?
I don't. What's going on?
That out there in New York in the East Coast, some of them New Jersey and shit, some of
Uh
them
huh.
airport people are blowing the whistle, talking about people are using stress leave, can't come, ain't coming in. That's why planes has been a lot of flights is being canceled because no one is in the traffic control.
Mm.
Hold on, let me get this right information. So you know what I mean? That's why a lot of these planes been crashing. They don't have the right people at the place because of so-called budget cuts in this once they pulled all those maneuvers they pulled to cut people's shit.
Mm.
So
Y- Yeah, I don't
air
know
truck.
about that. I didn't hear about that, but I know that Trump has, well, Trump and the Republicans have pulled funding for PBS and
Yes, yeah. I
the
seen that.
NPR.
That's crazy.
And that's
Now
crazy. Like they said them babies need Sesame Street. They said a lot of little kids um aren't in preschool, and they learn from being watching Sesame Street and Zoom and them other little PBS TV shows.
yeah, they're gonna have them on YouTube.
What if
Um,
what if your
so
mom and daddy can't afford a iPad or a tablet and some internet? There's still some little kids
shit, as long
back in
if your mom, if you low income, they giving it to you for free. They got booths
true.
all over the place. Get all you need is a EBT card, so that's not an excuse. Sorry. Um, there's new audio reveals tense moments after Newark air traffic controllers lost contact. Talking about, are you there? New audio captured the tense moments. Lost control with planes approaching New Jersey's Newark Liberty Airport, International Airport, leaving
Mm.
one pilot asking in a approach, "Hey, hello, are you there?" The United Airlines pilot who was en route from New Orleans had radioed the controllers at least 5 times as he sought clearance to land at the busy airport, but was met with roughly 30 seconds of silence, according to the clip recorded by liveatc.net. United 1951, how do you hear me? The controller could finally be heard asking.
Okay, well, if they're doing that, then that means that's the National Guard and the Air Force. That's when they supposed to step in and be like, these things have to be staffed.
Hey, yeah, I'm not gonna play the audio because I don't think it had the clearance yet.
Fair use, fair use.
Uh, Hold on then. Okay, wait, we gonna get this clip loaded. I need to
Fair
figure out.
use, fair use.
I need to figure out how to screen share and shit like that, so can really see what I'm saying. Now let's see what this.
As a AAA member, you can unlock exclusive discounts on everyday purchases.
That's not.
Save on tickets.
We're not doing ads for AAA, and I'm not even gonna go there with them because I used to respect AAA, but lately they got me questioning their tactics.
I'm going to move you here
Hold
because
on.
I just got told that the approach lost all the radar. 3 of their 4 radar screens went black, and they have no frequencies.
What?
All right, we're ready to move. 1 3
Mm.
Did he say the radar screens went?
The black went black.
2346 where everyone else is on frequency. I guess this is a serious issue because I have one more arrival, and now I have nobody else coming inbound. Okay, step down. They lost 3 radar scopes went black. They lost all the radios that approach.
Terrible. They're not gonna be satisfied till a plane collide.
I would shut one down. 2343 is the only one that needs to keep both running. 323U as well. If you guys want to shut one down, that's fine. But once the first guy gets on the runway, I want everyone else to be ready.
Ooh-wee.
Mm.
So we in the air. Wait, there was more shit going on. Sorry about me stopping that audio, but just that little clip of that audio is not. That's not a good look. Not a
Mm-hmm.
good sound to hear that they are losing the fucking planes in mid-air. Screens, radars is going black.
Mm-hmm.
Managing flights at Newark is so bad that air traffic controllers are taking trauma leave.
That's why I'm saying, like, you gonna have to get the military to staff that
Yeah.
because that don't make no sense. That can't. And you gonna have a collision on your hand.
Well, they already had them collision. The helicopter
Exactly.
and the plane, and then all that other shit. All that shit is happening over there. That shit's not happening out on this side. All of that shit's been happening over there. But as they say now, it says managing flights at Newark Liberty International Airport have gotten so bad that some air traffic controllers have gone off on trauma leave. The National Air Traffic Controllers Union and Federal Aviation Administration said amid mounting calls to urgent addressing technical problems causing rampant delays and cancellation of flights. More than 100 flights have been canceled or delayed Monday morning, and on Tuesday, more than 370 flights were delayed or canceled as of Tuesday afternoon, according to air traffic data. Federal transportation officials blame staffing shortages and inclement weather for the traveling misery. Those shortages are due, at least in part, to an episode last week that officials said left some air traffic controllers so shaken that they went on leave. On April 28th, air traffic controllers overseeing Newark airspace from Philadelphia-based control center lost radar and radio communication with aircraft for about 90 seconds. Flights went into a holding pattern, and the worst case scenarios was averted, but the experience still took a toll on to officials said. Due to the events, the controllers took actions under the Federal Employment Compensation Act. The program covers all federal employees that are physically injured or experiencing a traumatic event on the job. National Air Traffic Controllers Association spokesperson Glenn Monroe said in a statement, the dedicated American hardworking employees who served as controllers are the foundation of our air traffic control system. The Wall Street Journal reported Monday on some of the communications between an air traffic control and a pilot of Newark's bound United Airlines Newark from Charleston, South Carolina, after the technology was restored but still experienced problems. We don't have radar, so I don't know where you are, the controller reportedly said, telling the pilot to be on the lookout for other airplanes. Good Lord, this is ridiculous. The potential disastrous incident has added more urgency to demands for Federal Transportation Department to address the antiquated air traffic control technology. Officials said the vulnerable equipment is fueling delays and overwhelming the thin ranks of the air traffic controllers. This said United Airlines is canceling 35 round-trip flights a day due to the air traffic control personnel shortages over the weekend. Damn. And then we get now we got the governments involved with the left and the right side blaming each other for it. So that means the problem's not going to get solved because they're too busy blaming each other, which solves nothing, which just causes more people to talk about it. And then, but decades of under investments in the maintenance of critical air traffic control infrastructure, delays in upgrading to the modern 21st century air traffic control technology, and inadequate air traffic controlling staffing has resulted in a frail system nationwide, Murphy wrote. I ain't gonna go more into it, but it's a deeper article. For you guys want to check out that article, it's managing flights at Newark and the Gotham Mist, published by Steve Nissen and Ramsey Khalif. That's fucked up though. It's not a good situation. You know what I'm saying? Tycoon, how's it going? See you have joined in. Okay.
Hear me?
There you go now. Yeah, watching this Warriors live. 3 minutes left in the first quarter, 16-18. Minnesota been beating the Warriors down in the paint. You could have went. You should have dribbled that inside, Peyton. No, that was Peyton. That was Moody. But yeah. So it's the stuff that's going on. So if you work as an air traffic controller and you sitting in there trying to do all your job, and then all the radars just go out, and you got 6 planes incoming. I would have to take traumatic leave too.
Right.
Because that's a traumatic event right there. That's very bad. That's not good to be you sitting there and you got land planes full of people, a mass of humanities in the air, and you in control of getting them safe, and your whole equipment just shuts down, and you have no idea where they're at. Or just as this audio played for the other one, where they all like, I don't see nothing. Where are you? What? Why would you want to have the place that is in control of massive amount of humanity? Why you want that undermanned?
Right.
Creep over there looking like a
The
cool guy.
Unabomber.
What's going on with you, Creep?
Oh man, ain't much of nothing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm lightweight wounded right now a little bit, but you know I'm cool. I'm still living.
Was you wounded from the Lakers not making it?
Oh yeah, you're real funny. No, I'm not. That's not it. You feel me? I kind of had a little bit too much sauce last night.
Too much sauce, huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
too
was
much of
out
that.
there. You was at the discotheque.
Nah, nah. I went to Ocean Beach to check out the new little layout, and then I made a pit stop on Randolph. I think that's kind of where I fucked up at.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
So you was out there promoting amongst the people, huh?
Hmm.
Showing you a man of the people, people of the man.
Yep. So I'm not. I'm not above the hood we came from.
No, 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 no. Come
You
on.
feel me?
You let. And he got his. Oh, okay. That wasn't good defense, but it was called interfering defense. Buddy Hield, damn. There, see, that's the problem with the Warriors. No rebounding. Okay, good pick, Looney. Good pick. Okay, get it to Butler. Butler, don't pass with the ball while you jumping. Oh, Gary Payton Jr. for the dunk. Warriors 2018-20, 27.6 down. 26 seconds, I mean, left, not 26 down. We don't need that. Uh, so as before you came in, I don't know, you might have heard the end of it. I was talking about the situation that's going out in the East Coast in the air traffic control department. There's many flights going to the New Jersey Newark International Airport, and the system is shutting down on them.
Mm.
They end up in the sky, and next thing they know, they can't get into it with with their with their pilots, having the pilots scared. Now it was one little part of it where it said that the air trafficker was heard by the pilot said, I can't see you. I need you to be on the lookout for other planes though. Now, I've been on planes, but I never have really done a thorough look. But do planes got rear view mirrors?
No, no, they
So
don't.
I'm flying this thing at 475 miles per hour. How am I supposed to be on the lookout for other flying objects that could be coming from my side or behind me?
Yeah, that air traffic controller plays a big part in the planes making it to their destination. So if you're not in communication with any type of air traffic controller, then yeah, you pretty much in jeopardy at that point. It would be hard for you to determine whether it's safe to land, especially under severe weather conditions.
Damn. So, but I wouldn't want to be there and that shit happen. I wouldn't want to be on that airplane and I'm stuck on a plane that's just hitting donuts in the air because the communication system is off. I guess that's a good thing I don't fly to the East Coast and just be flying, you know what I'm saying? Well, I do fly to Atlanta every now and then, but not more and then than now. You know, but that's not the East Coast, that's the Southeast to be technical, you know. But yeah, that's a cold situation. Oh shit.
Yeah, that would be a real stressful situation. It's like, okay, I gotta basically fly in circles and like basically orbit the city while the air traffic controller get their shit together and hopefully establish some type of communication more sooner than later. But
Yeah, yeah.
that's a dangerous situation right there.
Oh shit. Oh, oh man. Hold on. You guys go ahead and talk. I gotta take care.
All right, so who all is on here right now?
I'm on. I'm parking right now. I just pulled up. I done had a hell of a week. The last 2 weeks actually, but that's a man. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I just got my car back and all kind of stuff. It's been a wild one.
Yeah, man. I mean, everybody goes through one of them wild weeks or wild 2 weeks or whatever. But you
Yeah,
get
this
your car back
weekend was trash.
and get that.
Huh?
Yes. Go ahead. Uh,
What'd
what
you
you
say,
say?
Creek?
Now I'm just saying, you getting your car back at the end of it is a good thing.
Yeah.
You
Nah,
feel
but it's what you had to it's what I had to go through is the issue, man. So I was out there at the festival. I was at the Cinco de Mayo festival in Richmond, right? And so I'm out there going out there to promote and put out flyers and stuff. It really wasn't no parking. You know what I'm saying? The parking was crazy because it was residential and they had all the streets blocked off. They did parades and the whole nine out there. So when I tell you, I mean, it was my fault. I was blocking somebody's driveway, but they didn't call the police or none of that because the driveway I was blocked, you could tell they had a car in there that wasn't moving, so wasn't nobody going in and out of it. Feel me? And I was like partially blocking it or whatever, because people be parking crazy. So anyway, I get back, the car is no longer there. It's a whole nother car there where mine was, which I didn't understand because if they told mine, they should have told they shit too. You know what I mean?
me? Yeah.
Man, I went through. So you got to get your car released from the police station. Then you got to go to the tow yard. Well, the watch commander got to approve the release, and all the officers and everything, all the higher ups, they was at the still at the festival. So it was just a lot of nonsense, man. And they make you go through all this extra stuff to prove something is yours. You know, it was just ridiculous, man. So anyway, yeah, about $1,000 later, and after,
I wasn't even gonna try to be in your business, but I was gonna be like, man, I know you have to cough up unnecessary bread.
yeah, because the whole hype is right. So it was my whip and everything, but my name wasn't all the way on everything. So even though I'm sitting there, registration, insurance, all of that in my hand, keys and everything, it was a judgment call on the officer, and they was just giving me a hard time. You feel me? So I ended up having to go to DMV. pay all this extra money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do all this extra stuff to go back and forth and yeah, just to get the car released, man.
Yeah, and I know you could have found something better to do with $1,000.
I'm telling you, but on the flip side of that though, it would have been way worse if it had been a different city. So, you know, I can't complain about it too much. You know what I mean? Because normally, I mean, they held it for about 24 hours, but you know, shit. Typically, when you're in Oakland or anywhere else, it's already just the toll fees.
Yeah.
But and I mean, you know, it's a trip because you realize just you know, it's a money thing. You feel me? It's always been a money thing, but like even right now, how you know, shit, we live in one of the most expensive regions in the country. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all this, like the release fee for the police department, separate from the tow yard. It starts off at like $100 to $300 for them to release your car, depending on what they took it for. So it's like the police department trying to get their money. Then you know what I'm saying? They trying to get their money. Then you got the tow yard. I mean, they just doing their job to get their money. But why did I have to go back and forth to DMV and get them extra money?
Hey man, this is the state of California, man. They be trying to squeeze juice out of a turnip out of a motherfucker, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, especially for something that's technically
out here.
Yeah, technically I was legit, and honestly, they should have just been giving me a ticket, and I still got a ticket on top of it. But I'm saying they could have just left me with a ticket. Huh?
You still gotta pay that ticket too, huh?
I what?
I said you still gotta pay that ticket too, huh?
Yeah, they gave me a yeah. And hold on, the ticket is $50.
Man,
it's $50 for parking blocking a driveway. Right, like you said, I shouldn't have had to pay nothing after just going through all of that, right?
Yeah.
So you know,
I'm pretty sure $50 could have been implemented somewhere in that big ass fine you had to pay.
Right.
Yeah, this is California. They be trying to squeeze juice out of the turnip.
Yeah, so you know, and that's the thing too, because even with the ticket shit, if you wait too long, then they started adding fees onto them, late fees and shit. So I gotta hurry up before that 50 turn into 100.
Well, that bitch turned into 300.
Exactly. Yeah, no, man, they crazy. I got a parking ticket on a whole nother car today in Oakland. It's $72. And if you don't pay it in 13 days, then they start adding fees. That's what I'm saying. All this shit crazy. They definitely trying to get some money out you.
Man, Tycoon, you might want to start taking the Uber for a second.
I had to do that. Listen, how you think I had to get back and forth to the police station both days and then get to the tow yard? That's what I'm saying. I was on top of it. You feel me? As soon as I realized the car was gone, like I was in an Uber and at the police station within 20 minutes. As soon as I found out there's like, you got to go there first to get the release. So I'm on the phone with the people hopping in the Uber on the way there. You feel me? Then I get there and then it's all the BS. And the cold part about it is so that was on Sunday. So then yesterday, after going to all these different cities and back and forth to get the registration paid for and everything, catch an Uber back out there, do all of that, they don't even say nothing. As soon as I hand them, they see, okay, everything's straight. I wasn't even in the police station 5 minutes. Because the money wasn't the issue. It was just about, a judgment call on their part. So, yeah, that was ridiculous. But I wanted to talk to y'all about that too. I know I'm running my mouth, but Man, part of it I had to take a BART ride, and that was outrageous. I wanted to know how y'all felt about some of this, or am I the only one? But we
I
can
mean,
start off with the tickets.
it's not ridiculous, and the most ridiculous part is the fact that after you paid all these fees, signed all these papers, and did whatever it is you need to do to make
The
the
same exact person released the car.
yeah, yeah, you had to do all that. And I'm sorry you had to go through that, man. But this is one thing the Booster Tech shows about, man. We gonna get a lot of things off our chest, but you know what I'm saying. We're not gonna sit here and fake like we don't deal with real life situations. Like you feel me? We're not gonna sit there and do that because we do, and we may not talk about all of it. We deal with real life situations. Sometimes that can really break a person down, depending on what type of individual you are.
Question: what was the Unabomber's name? What's his name? Like Ted Kaczynski?
Something like that.
Okay, because the creep up here looking like a black Unabomber.
Oh, shit.
You, you still like it though, baby. You still
Hey, but
like
yeah, that shit was crazy. I just feel like it's like you said, that they, you know, the way that they taxing us. Because I mean, you got to pay. Like I said, gas is ridiculous. You got to pay to park everywhere. You know, you got to worry about getting tickets for everything from them street cleaning to or having to. You got to be mindful of where you parked at for certain hours, and you know, and then the insurance. All of this shit costs hella money. If you don't pay your insurance, they suspend your registration. Then if you do pay all the shit, and then they, like me, like you said yesterday, I had everything basically in my name, but they still sitting there and like, nah, well, your name has to actually be on this for us to release. I'm like, come on. I done spent too much money as it is. And we the ones that's going to work every day. It ain't like it's people out, we the ones out here committing crimes and trying to get over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
pull the motherfuckers over that ain't got no license plates. You know, the,
man,
the
man,
niggas doing
in
the
California,
crazy shit.
they trying to charge a tax for everything, man. They gonna start charging motherfuckers for oxygen. Man, you don't pay oxygen, you gonna start seeing niggas collapsing right in front of you.
Yeah. No, well they already said because like they just now up in Fairfield on the 80, they starting the fast track over there now. So it's like they basically all the freeways got the fast track going on, except like between basically between Vallejo and Oakland. Other than that, on the freeways is during traffic time where you gotta pay to even be in that lane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know certain parts of 880 got it, certain
Yeah.
parts of 101 got it, and I guess uh, shit, 80 got it now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. 80 got it, 580. That's what I'm saying. Is like, but then they also trying to propose actually taxing people based off mileage instead of gas or whatever, or trying to make you pay, depending on how much driving you do. This is ridiculous. And you shouldn't have to go through that, especially when it's to get to work. Like, I don't understand. Like, I gotta
Yes.
get, what I'm saying? I gotta get here, and then you charge me to get there just to turn around to make the money to pay you for getting there. Then what's the point in working? It's just not making no sense. And public transportation is worse because I'm trying to understand how